My university specialised in intellectually challenging exam questions. My favourite, forever, was taxonomic anomalies are mystically potent. Discuss. In plain English, beware of misleading labels. And over the years, I've found that piece of wisdom to be enormously helpful in helping uncover corporate subterfuge. Let's take an example of apparent taxonomic purity. The difference between public companies and private companies. Everybody knows the difference, don't they? Well, they've got a lot in common, of course, and one big difference: market scrutiny. Private companies are beholden to shareholders who usually are known personally to the senior management. The extreme case is a family business where everybody knows everybody, and another close cousin is a private equity owned business where the owners, the shareholders, are very much involved with the managers. By contrast, a public company has to obey the rules of the exchange, its regulators, and whatever corporate governance code applies. Unlike a private company, a public company has to be accountable to a group of largely anonymous shareholders. That absence of intimacy places a heavy load on the shoulders of non-executive directors of public companies who must deal with a group of largely anonymous shareholders. But at least the distinction between public and private is clear. Now, let me introduce a different beast, a taxonomic anomaly. A private company with a public listing. These are characterized by a board of directors which is controlled either directly or vicariously by the shareholders themselves. And there's of course nothing inherently wrong with this. Mike Ashley, for example, owns 60% of FTSE 100 listed Sports Direct, and on the other side of the Atlantic, such arrangements are commonplace. The new NASDAQ arrival, Facebook, for example, has a share structure that is designed to keep control in the hands of the founders. But in both cases, those arrangements are totally transparent. An interesting variance is the public company with a public listing and a reluctant former owner, for example, EasyJet, where every move the board makes is scrutinized by a reluctant founder, Stelios Hagianou. However, for shareholders in EasyJet, the good news is that the parties' positions could not be more transparent. But there is one more rather toxic taxonomic anomaly. Private companies that pretend to be proper public companies. Companies which are pretending to be something they are not, wolves in sheep's clothing, are very dangerous because they offend the basic precept of a free market, which is total transparency. Recent scandals have made this final category easier to detect. No number of lords on the board can disguise the truth for long. And when the wolf is revealed, investors have a simple choice. They either back the founders or they sell. But it's not so easy for non-executive directors. I was the ENRC director who coined the expression "more Soviet than city" to describe how those of us who stood our good governance ground were treated. That experience taught me the importance to NEDs of due diligence, not just on the company, but on the other non-executives as well. If their principal qualification to be on the board is an historic friendship with the founders or the chairman, beware. Orderly markets depend on things being what they seem to be. And an independent board is the best antidote to taxonomic anomalies.